What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel for another album review. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream. If you're new to the channel, just go right on ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. So in case you guys can't tell from my nasally voice, I am feeling a bit under the weather, so I'm very sorry if my voice is unpleasing, unless it already been unpleasing. In that case, I can't do anything for you. But nonetheless, the show must go on. The album that I will be reviewing right now is from boygenius, The Record. Indie rock supergroup boygenius is out with their debut LP, The Record, which is a group already critically acclaimed individually for their talents in the indie genre as well as their older and recent projects. We're going to be starting with Julien Baker, whom has had the longest career compared to the rest of the two in the group, debuting back in 2016 with their record Sprained Ankle, my personal favorite being her 2021 record Little Oblivion. And then we got Lucy Dacus, whom has also come out with her debut record back in 2016, Not Burden, which is probably her most favorable work out of her fandom. However, I really do enjoy the LP home video as well. And lastly, my personal favorite of the trio, Phoebe Bridgers, taking Storm back in 2017 with her record Strangers of the Alps. And my favorite record hands down being her sophomore LP, Punisher, a record that I still adore to this day. The story behind how the group formed began when Lucy and Phoebe started to tour and opening up for Julien Baker back in 2016, as well as other small tours that they've each had, and naturally they all just really became close and really good friends and really big fans of their own material. This then leading to the formation of boygenius and the drop of their self-titled EP back in 2018. There was also this idea circling around them at the time, labeling them as women in rock, which essentially they felt as targeting them with some kind of ridiculous idea that women have to be constantly competing with each other in pretty much everything. Which personally I do agree with their takes. I think it's pretty silly to be dumbfounded in this way where it already seems like women don't already make quality content, as well as I never really understood why people really thought sonically they sounded super similar to each other. Honestly, I really felt like vocally they were very distinctive. Not to mention each of them have told their own songs to tell their own personal stories that were true to themselves that added more distinction as well. But now with them continuing to grow in their artistic abilities comes even more excitement and more expectation with this feature record. We begin with the intro track Without You, Without Them, which is a song sung in a harmonious a cappella written early on into the pandemic of them needing and appreciating each other. And then we barge in with the soft punk track $20, which is led by Julien Baker vocally, which is still accompanied by her lovely contemporaries in the background. It's a song that displays a wonderful amount of dynamic that's so infectious, especially when Bridgers is expressing her emotion with these screams that are lashing out towards the end of the song. And actually all the cuts that really involve some kind of punk aesthetic on here, specifically with the track Satanist, are some of my favorite highlights on the entire LP. Specifically on this song, the riffs just pierce through the mix so smoothly. It's one of the most chemistry-inducing songs produced overall. Miss Bridgers is then beginning her lead act with the track Emily, I'm Sorry, which is encompassed by this dark, ghostly ambience that I think could have really worked well on her Punisher LP, which was actually written after the LP. The song was also said to be written to voice actress Emily Brannon, whom apparently was involved in some kind of relation with Phoebe. I'm absolutely in love with the background vocals from these ladies on each of these tracks, specifically on this one as well, because they really just pack in so much more in these songs. It's absolutely intoxicating. Then comes the third song of the singles release, True Blue, which is Lucy's lead act with a soft indie rock cut that inspires a hit of shoegaze in the backgrounds while cruising through with her signature acoustic guitars. And then Lucy is seen on here singing of notions about trust, identity, running away from home, unconditional love. I really do love that soft, mellow lushness that we get from Lucy's vocal inflections. It really leads on very well with the track We're in Love, which is probably the best mellow ballad on here. Beautiful orchestrated work on here when it comes to the pianos, the symphonies. They are heavily endearing. And Cool About It is a song that is especially a high peak highlight of mine on this LP. This is a somber folk piece that features some really great vocal talent from each of these ladies. It is a marvelous gift of a song. Now, regarding my full feelings about the LP, there's some concerns, because of how much I highly praise each of these ladies for their individual works. I really was expecting something more expansive into this new chapter of boygenius that really felt like this album was the successor of their EP. Collectively, this feels more so like a compilation of songs that they've already previously written prior to planning the craft of this new record, which actually some of the songs are written before the album was even thought of. But that doesn't necessarily take away the talent from these ladies and what they put on here. They really showcase something that I felt really sounded so great together. They really had this wonderful chemistry. They bring in that X factor to indie rock and its relatives. But I really wish there was just more factors, more motifs, just more concept ideas that really had me on the edge of my seat. Maybe that could have been added with some more striking crescendos or profound storytelling, or even just more seamless transition points where we do get a couple of moments on here that are actually very smooth. I just would have liked a little bit more of that. But overall, I can't be upset. I am really happy with my experience on here. I really do think this album is pretty good. It's worth checking out. So with that said, I am going to give boygenius, the record, a 78%. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go to like, share, and comment down below of what you thought of this record. Don't forget to check the description for all my tracklist ratings for the album, more videos, and also links to my social media accounts so you can keep with me on the daily. And I'm going to catch you in the next one. Doses.
It's a